to this week's episode of What's Happening in My Garden. This one should be pretty short because not much has changed again since last week. We'll start here with my onion bed. As you can see, still looks pretty weak. Grow onions, they say. Onions are easy, they say. Yeah, I've had no luck with onions. Got these extra 2 tomatoes I put down over here. I'm beginning to think these are red celebrations. Not sure. Time will tell. My grape tomatoes are looking really good. We've got blossom sets on 2 of them. Oh, on up there, I didn't see there's a blossom set on that guy too, right there. I've got a blossom set spray. I'm deciding whether I want to spray these guys this week or wait. Now these are the ox hearts. You can see the leaves. And if you look over here at these guys, they look very similar. So, thinking they're ox hearts, but when I come over here to the red celebrations, they kind of look similar as well. So I'm not sure, but my red celebrations and my ox hearts are doing okay. They're slow in their growth, but they're coming along. The lemon boys, I like to call them Tiff's lemon boys because she got me going on these. I would not have had them if she had not requested them. But they're coming up really nicely, and they're getting some blossom sets on them as well. So, yeah, debating the blossom set spray. And there's Miss Kitty. As I like to say, you can't come to the garden without finding a cat. Hi, Miss Kitty. We got a really good rainstorm last night that really watered things good. My black-eyed peas are coming along nicely. I still have some gaps in here, so I planted a few more over in that area and in this area. I planted some in here, but I noticed what I already planted is starting to come up. So I might have to thin these back a little bit, but they are doing really nicely. The container flowers, yeah, still nothing to talk about. There's Handsome over there. Hey, Handsome. As I always like to say, well, I already said it, can't come to the garden without running across the cat. Tiff's stand of corn is doing really good. If you notice, it's all leaning to the west. We get early morning shade because of that. I trimmed a lot of it off. I have to trim some more next fall. But it gets most of its sun from the west during the afternoon. And so it's all kind of leaning that direction. I got my stakes in the ground this weekend for my peppers. So as they start to grow, I'll have something to tie them up to. But the banana peppers are all doing really nicely. And the bee balm is just really coming on strong. Still no blooming on it though, so we'll see what happens. The bell peppers. Excuse me for a second. Yeah, my corn bed, cat. The bell peppers are looking really good. They're beginning to get some blossoms on them. So once again, I'm debating whether or not to hit them with the blossom set spray. The jalapenos look really good. And my Italian sweets are looking good, as you can see. We got some blossom sets on the Italian sweets as well. So things are starting to come along. I did some pruning on my peppers and my tomatoes yesterday to get them kind of up off the ground. So they're easier to water, but there's a blossom on that red Marconi right there. My Poblanos are looking good, coming along nicely, and my jalapenos, or should I say Tiffany's jalapenos, are looking good too. Our pop of color against the fence, the begonias and the petunias are looking good. My straight 8 cucumbers beginning to come along nicely, and my pickling cucumbers are looking good. In a month or so, I'll get my shade cloth up on this thing to kind of give my cucumbers a respite from the Texas heat. I don't think the peppers will need it. They should do fine in the Texas sun. And from what I understand, corn does okay. And black-eyed peas, they say, come from Africa. They're used to really hot sunshine, so they're supposed to do good in the sunshine too. The little banana pepper I took out of the ground because it didn't look like it was going to make it is looking pretty good over here. We'll keep letting it go, and if it does okay, I'll put it in a container. And my Italian sweets that I tried to start to replace them over there is kind of weak. If it dies, haven't come up yet, so I'm not sure on that. All right. Well, that's it for this week's episode of This Week in My Garden. Not a lot happening, just doing the 3 W's: watering, weeding, and watching. Not very exciting right now. Maybe next week something exciting will happen. But like I said, thanks for joining me this week, and I'll see you next week in my garden.